Alrighty, so this is problem number 10 from our week 1 quiz. And for this, I guess it is a set of problems here. We're doing the same thing for both problems. You need to estimate the product in both of these. And they give us a product, and we're just trying to estimate what this product would be. Alright, so for this type of problem, and I can give you guys the warning that this is a problem or type of problem that definitely could possibly appear on your test. So you want to make sure that you understand how to estimate a product. So basically, whenever you're estimating a product, guys, we kind of look at this and we think, well, why don't we just type it into our calculator and see what the exact answer is? And the idea is just to kind of try to get a little bit of an idea of what this product is just by using our heads and not having to actually get out a calculator. All right, so what we do is we use something called front-end rounding. All right, so these are the two problems that we have to do. We need to estimate 85 times 248, and that's the one that we'll start with. We also are going to estimate 421 times 3,786. But let's concentrate on this problem first. We want to estimate 85 times 248. So as I said, we're going to use front-end rounding to estimate what this is. Well, our estimation sign is kind of like an equal sign, except you're using two squiggly bars instead of two straight bars. So what I'm saying here is that 85 times 248 is going to be approximately what I'm going to write down here in this line here. All right, and so what we do is we front-end round both of these numbers. So in other words, you need to figure out what place value is the furthest place value to the left in this number, and this is going to be your tens place. So you want to round 85 to the nearest tens place. All right, and since we have a 5 in the ones place, that means we need to round up to the nearest 10. So rounding up to the nearest 10 gives us 90. All right, over here for the number 248, we want to round it to its nearest. In this case, you remember you always go to the furthest left place value, so that is the hundredths. So what is the number to the nearest hundredth of, to the nearest hundreds of 248? Well, if this were 50 or higher, we would have to go up to 300, but since it is below 50, we go down to 200. Okay, so all we're really saying here in this line, guys, is that 85 times 248 is approximately 90 times 200. All right, and now multiplying these two numbers is not all of that difficult, because notice that after your left-hand numerical value, all you have is zeros. So really all we have to do is multiply the two numbers, 9 times 2, that's 18. And then add in all the zeros that we have. We have 1 0, 2 0, 3 zeros. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 zeros. All right, and this would be your final answer. So once again, what we're saying here is that 85 times 248 is approximately, round 85 to the nearest tens, that's 90, times round 248 to the nearest hundreds, that's 200. 90 times 200, that is 18,000. So 85 times 248 is approximately 18,000. So we can do the same thing over here for our other estimation of a product problem. So here we have a number that is in the hundreds, so let's round it to the nearest hundreds. Rounding 421 to the nearest hundreds gives us 400 times, and now we need to round 3,786 to the nearest thousand. So rounding 3,786 to the nearest thousand gives us 4,000. Okay, so once again, the reason that this helps us out and the reason that we don't really need a calculator for this is that we're just going to multiply two single digits together. What is 4 times 4? Well, 4 times 4 is 16. And then count up how many zeros we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by 5 zeros here. All right, and this little zero trick that I'm using, guys, it's just because anytime that you multiply by some multiple of 10, you're adding another zero to your answer. All right, so in this case, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. In this case, we would say that 421 times 3,786 is approximately 400 times 4,000. So that means that this product is approximately 1,600,000.